All right, welcome to this YouTube channel, IT on Demand. And this channel is what it is. People ask me questions and then I try to make videos to answer those questions, just so I can help other people as well. Because I noticed that this is perhaps the questions they ask me it's almost the same thing that people face um, across the globe. So today, what do I want to do? Now, imagine you have your research or your project and you want to type your document. What do you do? What do you need to do? So, today I'll say before you even start typing at all, there are a few things that you need to do. And I'd like to show you those few things. And I'll tell you this because I get some of these requests to format document, and when documents are messed up, if you don't get these settings correctly right from the scratch, it becomes a messy document that becomes a pain in the neck to edit. So get it right. You can do this yourself. You can do this on your own. You don't need to give it to anyone else as long as you have a computer with you. Okay, so enough of talk. I don't like long videos, and I hope this is not going to be too long and too boring for you as well. So what are the few things that you're supposed to do? So I will be basing this video on the APA style guide, and by APA I mean this. So APA is a style of documentation of sources used by the American Psychological Association. It's a form of writing research papers that is mainly used in fields like social sciences, like psychology, anthropology, sociology, but it's also used in education as well as other fields. And so let's get to it. Few things you need to start before you even start to type at all. Of course, I don't need to tell you to save, right? But perhaps that should be the first thing. All right. So once you are done saving your document, and if you don't know how to save your document, you can just let me know in the comment section below so I can show you how to do that. Okay. So, but what do we need to do before we even start to type at all? So a few settings we need to make. The first thing I would say would be to go to the layout. Yeah, under the layout, go to margin. Now under margins, go to custom margins. Here, while you're here at the custom margins, go to layout here. So here at layout, you are going to page setup. Now there's a shorter route to get to where I just got to now, but I just want to do this all in one place, so that's why I had to go through this longer route. But I mean, just pardon me. So for paper size, make sure you are choosing this 8.5 by 11 inches, and this is the APA style guide. This is what you should use when formatting your research if you are using the APA style. So once you've selected this, don't use the A4. I know most of us are used to A4 because this is perhaps one of the most common papers that we see all around us, but use the US letter. That's what the guide suggests. Click on OK. Once you're done with that, the next thing would be to go to these margins. Under margins, ensure that you have your top, the bottom, the left, the right, everything set to 1. And so it could be 1. You can type 1. If you do OK, it will automatically, I'll go back just to show you that this was my last custom setting, and I can still go back again to custom settings to see. You would see that I have 1 there. I just showed you that just in case yours is perhaps maybe 0.8, just you can use this up arrow to change it to 1, and you can use the down arrow in case yours is more than. Just adjust the settings here. I can't play down your intelligence. You should be able to do this. So after you've entered 1111, leave out the gutter. Don't do anything with the gutter. Okay. So we are done with the layout. What's the next thing? The next thing would be you go back to home again. We need to modify this style, this normal style, because that will be what we'll be using for the body. That's the content of our document. So right click on this normal. If you can't find normal here, go to style panes here, and if you can't find normal, look at list. If you pick list, you can see whether you want all styles to show here. If you click on all styles, you see all the styles that are available to you, and yeah, that's it. So I'm going to exit out of this place. If you right click on this, you can modify, and if you modify here, few things you need to change here. One of them would be the font type. So you have two options under Harper. It's either you use the Times New Roman or you use Arial. Most people use Times New Roman. Some people prefer to use Arial. So again, check with your school to know what font type they would want you to use, as well as what kind of document formatting they would want you to use as well. So it's not only APA that exists. There are other styles that you can use to format your research. So but this is based on the APA style. So this is 12. It's selected already. The other thing I would do is to justify this, and this is just to make it neat. So it makes your document neater. Everything seems balanced to the left, balanced to the right. And the next thing would be to do the double space here. As you can see, this is the double space, but for any reason, if you didn't find this here, you can come to this format, go to paragraph, and line spacing here, click on double. It does the same thing. As you can see here, it has changed. Let me put it back to single where it was before. As you can see, it's kind of together, it's compact, and then if you choose the double, you can see the space there. So I won't hit the OK. I'm going to cancel out of this and just use this. It's the same thing. So after that is done, that would be all for this particular setting, this normal style setting, and just click on OK. Now, as you can see, we now have Times New Roman, but for benefit of doubt, I usually click on this if I want to type anything. So I can now start typing, but don't start typing yet. We still have some other things we need to do. For instance, the heading. How do you style the heading? The page numbers. How do you style the page numbers? So what do you do? I mean, you have different headers, you have subsection of headings, you have headings that can be up to 3 level, 4 level, the 5th level, so how do you go about doing all that? We'll look at few of those in the next video. So see you there.